Australia Towers is the first residential development in Australia's iconic Sydney Olympic Park. After the overwhelming success of the first stage, the release of the final stages of Australia Towers has been eagerly awaited. There is much excitement and anticipation as a whole new way of living in Sydney is unveiled. The second stage of Australia Towers represents an opportunity to experience a wonderful new way of living in Sydney. An opportunity to be part of a dynamic new community which is taking shape in this exciting precinct. Whether it's the breathtaking views across the harbour, Sydney Olympic Park's superb sporting, entertainment and recreation facilities, the picturesque and extensive parkland, or the convenience of having a huge range of diverse and cosmopolitan restaurants on the doorstep, people are keen to embark on a fantastic new way of living on offer at Australia Towers. Australia Towers is an amazing opportunity to be part of a fabulous new precinct. What was once a stage for the world's greatest sporting event has today become a close-knit and evolving community. Residents at Australia Towers can enjoy all the benefits of this world-class location, with some of Sydney's most beautiful parks right at their doorstep. A wonderful new community is developing at Sydney Olympic Park, as it was always envisioned to do. Today, the park is alive with retail, a range of exciting and diverse restaurants and cafes, as well as the distinct buzz and vibe as local office workers flock to the bars and eateries at lunchtime midweek. As the first of the residents of Australia Towers start to move in, it is clear that a whole new way of living is awaiting them. Sydney Olympic Park has a wonderful ambience with an exciting and unique cosmopolitan flavour. With over 25 food outlets, you can feast on different food from around the globe every day. The many outdoor cafes and abundance of shops and restaurants make this a lively hotspot, and weekday lunchtimes are always alive as office workers enjoy the great bars and eateries. Sydney Olympic Park has become an extremely sought-after location, attracting a high calibre of commercial and retail presence to the area. There are now over 120 businesses, restaurants, cafes, food outlets and sports venues. Today, with over 11,000 permanent employees, 1,000 students and 2,500 casual workers in Sydney Olympic Park, it is one of the fastest growing localities in Sydney. By 2030, the daily population will exceed 50,000 people. Whilst enjoying the absolute luxury indoors, you'll never be short of things to do outside living at Sydney Olympic Park. A wonderful lifestyle awaits you at Australia Towers, whatever your stage of life. Everyone will love the amazing sporting and recreation facilities on their doorstep, as well as having one of Australia's largest urban parklands next door. Over 66% of Sydney Olympic Park is parklands. Imagine living in a brand new apartment surrounded by one of the biggest backyards in Australia that you'll never have to maintain. Sydney Olympic Park has been a venue for some of the finest moments in sporting history by some of the world's most famous athletes. These days, the facilities are available to enthusiasts of all levels and ages, making it a sporting precinct for the whole community to enjoy. Sydney Olympic Park hosts sport and leisure programs for children through to adults at all levels, from social sport to competitive club sport, training and elite programs. The second stage of Australia Towers represents an opportunity to experience a wonderful new way of living in Sydney. An opportunity to be part of a dynamic new community which is taking shape in this exciting precinct. Designed by award-winning architects Bates Smart, these two stylish towers are destined to become a Sydney architectural icon. The towers are linked by a low podium comprising commercial office and retail tenancies that create a lively street frontage for residents and passers-by. The tower's striking elliptical forms are inspired by the iconic shapes of the nearby stadia, but have been designed to sit alongside an existing rectangular high-rise building in a harmonious composition. The overall design embodies the continuation of Sydney Olympic Park's unique community atmosphere. The cafe, overlooking the expanse of terraced garden, will be a wonderful place for people to meet and catch up. And there will be a safe outdoor space purpose-built for children to run around and adults to relax and soak up the sunshine. Australia Towers enjoys an elevated location which will afford many apartments uninterrupted views out to Sydney Harbour, the Harbour Bridge and Lake Belvedere. Australia Towers is one of the very few locations that offers true house-style living in an apartment. Enjoy generous, oversized apartments with layouts up to 4 bedrooms and the added benefit of an enormous backyard that you'll never have to mow. The impressive layouts have all been designed with expansive facades to maximise natural light and views, bringing the outdoors in. Storage space has been a primary consideration, with external and internal storage available to all apartments. The elevated location ensures there is a selection of views to choose, from North Sydney to city skylines, Sydney Olympic Park through to the distant Blue Mountains. Living at Australia Towers is your opportunity to enjoy the luxury and elegance of low-maintenance apartment living in one of Sydney's most spectacular and exciting new areas.